travesty what they're doing in Israel. Hamas snatched some hostages. Then they get back on camera and they're hugging and kissing the Muscus. She was telling me this stuff, right? She says, I just heard these conversations and I just have to get involved with it. I said, well, look, I said, excuse me, baby, you're saying some powerful things. Let me turn my cell phone on and take a picture of you and videotape you. She says, no. I ain't gonna be able to do. Can you do it? I ain't gonna be able to do. She didn't want no parts of that smoke. I said, so you don't want to talk about your people and your situation? She said, no. I said, why not? She said, because I'm in Encino. Now let me say about Encino, California. That is a Jewish enclave. So the whole town is very Jewish. We got other people there, obviously, but it's probably 90% Jewish. And she said she has a restaurant there. And she said since this conflict jumped off on October 7th, she said there's a lot of support, but some people walked in there and found, they said, well, you've got an interesting accent because she got an accent. They said, where are you from? She said, Israel. And they went to talking crazy to her in her face, in her restaurant, in Encino. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? They're in Encino. That's like going to Watts and you being Chinese talking about black people or Korean. You were going to have a problem. Black people ain't taking Koreans up in there talking smack up in Watts, South Central Los Angeles, Compton, or Long Beach, or Pasadena, certain parts. You're going to have a problem. You're going to have to get in where you fit in. In other words, respect. You know what I'm saying? Don't start, none won't be none. So, let's go back. They're in Encino. And they're checking Jewish people about being a Jew at the restaurant. So I went over to, like I said, you don't need to be fearful. You need to operate in the pure love, because where pure love is, there is no fear in perfect love. If you love God, if you stand for, you says, I believe that Jesus was the Messiah. I said, oh, really? So where's your power at? If you have the Holy Ghost inside, you should have no what? You should have power. You should have no fear. She's like, I still can't make that video. Still can't make that video? No, can't make that video. Because they're going to get a piece of that video. And that video is going to get passed around. And boy, they're getting ready to come and get me. Now, is this circa 1936, 37, 38, and 39? Are we in Nazi Germany? This is Southern California. They got Jewish people afraid to pop their head up. Are you hearing me now? Are you hearing me? Jewish people are afraid to pop their head up. But I said something powerful to her too. I said, you know what? Some of your Jewish people cause this problem because you're on the left, you're on the media. And you let them talk all that crazy transgenders, woke and Black Lives Matter and all this shit. And now look what happened. It's turn around and it bits you right square and you're behind. And now you can't get on any kind of social media, any kind of media, and say anything on the media, which you created, about protecting yourself. You're Dr. Frankenstein. You're creating Frankenstein. Now Frankenstein's looking for you. Oh, Lord have mercy. Jesus. Can you imagine? We're going to go to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. The Mexicans take over. I'm not mad against any Mexicans. I'm just using it as an example. The Mexicans take over Roscoe Chicken and Waffle, and we can't go up in there no more. Or it's going to be a problem. We better get some DoorDash. We can't go direct. We got to go indirect. You feel me? Is this making sense to you? Because it ain't making sense to me. But it's happening right here, right now. That Jewish lady was afraid. So I hugged her 2 or 3 times. And then this man, I guess it was her man, he came on and said, well, thank you very much for what you're saying. Because they're coming out to where I live at, which is a predominantly white area. And there's not that many Jewish people. They have a few, but just not predominantly. So they're trying to get a break. They're ducking and dodging that flame, that smoke. Their own neighborhood. You can't be comfortable in your own neighborhood. Now, are you listening to me?